So much faster when you're just alone. But yeah.
That's why I text you, like, dude, I appreciate this interview, because, like, I was thinking about it, bro, this about to be a real good
Getting high with the hoes, now we lit, and I'm off the Henny, man, I know that I'm a hit, Bro say you pulling up, and I just told him bring the sticks, and he don't give a fuck.
Real food? Yeah, and then they'll bring it to you in the middle of the movie on a tray. What? Isn't that crazy?
Oh, I was just making sure this was recording.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the interview. This is the #1 podcast in Detroit. For now, this is a special episode. We're going to be talking financial literacy with Hanson, my former teammate, you feel me, bucket getter, and financially literate. If you don't want to sit through this, if you don't want to get any money, don't listen to this. Don't even waste your time on this. No. Come here to listen, because it's a real important video. It could change your life.
Get financial literate.
Just get financial literate in your pockets.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Yeah. But what is financial literacy for the people who don't know?
Understanding money. I think understanding money is the most basic definition of it. There's accounting, taxes, investing.
And you gotta be like really disciplined with your money, and they said that comes with being disciplined as a human.
Yeah. Having good habits, saving more than you spend, essentially. But yeah, understanding money. That's the most important thing.
So if it was somebody who wasn't athlete, had time on hand, and had a job,
get a job, make some money.
What you think they should do? Not saying telling them what to do, but like a suggestion of what to do.
I feel like definitely you need to learn something new every day. I think if you were to not do anything but set aside like an hour of time and just make yourself learn something about money or investing, accounting, taxes, starting a business, I think that would be the first step you should do. But obviously, if you have time on your hands, get a job, make some money, put that money away. Don't go spend it. Obviously, spending is the hardest part.
So would you like say half? That's some.
Well, I'll tell you what I did. So I've had a job this summer, and I was saving up for a car, and then school payments, obviously. So I did 40% I invested, 40% I saved for my car. And the only reason I because I really would put all my savings into investing, but I'm like a long-term investor.
Right.
I don't really trade. And so, and I'm in Bitcoin, as you know, obviously, and it's volatile, so it goes up and down. I didn't want to
expect an immediate profit.
Yeah, I didn't want to put all my money and then say it drops to 1,000. I lose a third. So I would put 40 in my bank account, 40% in my investment portfolio, and then 20% I spend.
So on the 20% you spend, that was a liability, most likely.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly,
not really
always gas, to be honest. Gas money. Maybe eating out once a week, but I try. As soon as you start eating out, your money's out your pocket.
Tax, bro, liabilities versus assets.
Assets over liabilities.
Buy assets, don't buy liabilities.
So what's your definition of an asset?
My definition of the asset is something that makes money for you. So
Exactly.
I buy that remote. That remote raised the value to $200 more in 2 months.
Yeah.
That's an asset.
It is. It's making you money. A car is really the best example of liability. You buy a car and all of a sudden it drops 20% in value. Like, that's just losing your money.
So let's get into like the stock market. Like, how did you get introduced into the stock market?
And honestly, I have my dad invest. I'd say that would be the first reason, but honestly, I don't really know. I guess it just started from how do I make money? I'm asking around. What's the best way to make money safely? Investing. So, and then learn more and more about that.
So like, what's a stock breakdown? What a stock is?
So stock is a share of a company. So Apple needs investors. People invest in their money and in return they get a share of the company. And then as that company grows, the shares become worth more. So if Tesla's sitting at like $690 right now,
Per share?
per share. So I buy a share in Tesla, and then Tesla does something stupid on the news, that stock would drop, that stock would fall to 600. So then that stock that I had, I bought for 690, that's worth 600, but I didn't necessarily lose that money yet unless I sell it.
Yeah.
If it drops it could drop to 500 per share. But then if I keep holding on to it and they rise up over the next month, go to 900, now I'm making a profit off that. So trading for profit is.
Okay, so what's some do's and don'ts for the stock market? It's a couple, for sure.
Do's and don'ts. Don't listen to other people. Do your own research on stocks. I think that's what you and me talked about when we first talked about investing. Because you said, well, what should I do if I want to start investing? I said, really, I can try and tell you, but don't listen to me. What do I know?
Right.
You know?
If you researching it, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy. You know for sure.
Do's, be smart about your investments. So something like Dogecoin. That's a cryptocurrency. That's not a stock, but it was a big meme crypto almost. And so all your buddies are investing, and I mean there was a time when we were at school and it was going up and everyone was buying in, everyone was posting.
Yes, bro.
Yes, bro.
I heard dudes yelling, "Oh my God, I just made 2,000." I'm like, what?
Yeah.
2,000? Oh, teach me. Yes.
But I had some of those, but I didn't invest any more than I initially had, just because it wasn't necessarily safe.
When we started talking about stocks, he was talking about the importance of a Roth IRA versus a savings account, like a bank account.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that. So what is a Roth IRA? Roth IRA is a retirement fund, same as 401k. 529 is a college account. I have 529 right now. But basically, you're putting money in. So for Roth IRA, you put your money in. It gets taxed on the way in, and then you're holding that until you're 59 and a half years old.
Right.
When you retire, that's the age of retirement. It used to be
This is a retirement fund.
Yeah.
Just retirement.
So this money you're putting away.
Yeah.
You're not. It's not like a savings account necessarily, because you're putting it in there and holding it till you retire. But get to in the why you don't want to pull it out. So you're buying stocks, and over time your money starts collecting interest. Compound interest. Compound interest is essentially the most important thing when you're talking about stocks. And compound interest is making interest off of money. Interest on interest.
So isn't compound interest when, like, say every 7 years my money doubles? Isn't that the compound interest?
Yeah. Okay. So rule of 72. Okay. But basically, an example of compound interest. If I have $100 in an account, that makes me 10% annually. At the end of the year, I get $10. That $10 gets added to my lump sum of 100. So now I have 110. After year 2, I get 10% of 110. So $11. And so that just grows and grows and grows. And the rule of 72 is a mathematical equation, I suppose you could say, but it's basically the amount of time it'll take for your money to double. Listen to people smarter than you every day. If you find someone who's smarter than you, stick with them. Learn something new every day. That's the biggest thing I learned this school year. I just stopped hanging around idiots.
So what you think about, like, a lot of girls our age, a lot of guys our age, just messing around, just smoking and drinking all day, smoking breezes.
I mean, in terms of spending money, or
yeah, in terms of they're just sticking to 15 every day.
Yeah. So if you buy a vape 3 times a week, and then you should put $30 on a week, and then you buy a bottle on the weekend, that's like $50 to $60 a week. If you
and that's crazy. That's a real reasonable.
That's what I swear, especially during school, man. Like a lot of people come back during summer with school. So, all right, let me cut out this bad habit of me vaping, and now I have essentially $30, $40, $50 a week extra. So now instead of eating out with that money, let me just invest that. So I broke a bad habit, and now I'm creating more money for myself.
And people really not realizing. Like,
yeah, they're just living their life because everything's the same. But imagine if you stop doing that right now, and how you're going to be in a year.
Do you think that has to deal with people also surround themselves with.
Yeah, for sure.
Cause like, yeah.
For me at school, that's the hardest part, finding the group that motivates me. You gotta be motivated. If you're not motivated, you're not gonna go anywhere, period.
And it's cool, we get some distractions.
For sure, you don't live life.
It ain't perfect. We for sure not saying go out there.
Yeah.
Never say,
But
I'll
if
never
you-
tell you what to do, I ain't your parent.
But if-
I'll never do that.
You cut out one distraction a week. In a year, you're gonna have a lot of distractions going through your life.
That is true.
Especially right now, these next 10 years until your 30s, you're kind of grinding.
So it's time to get paid. We having this conversation now, we don't know where we're gonna be in 10 years. That's the scariest part. But it's almost exciting though.
Ain't mine.
I want to get to a point where it's like I got workers, like that would be crazy, and I can just relax about this 30 to 40 next part of my life. So
40, be retired by 40.
that's crazy. Or 35, I'll never know. It's
I want 2 businesses by the time I turn 30. I would like to like put out a class on financial literacy.
Yes, I want to be financially stable so I can do what I want, whenever I want, with whoever I want.
Mm-hmm. So you want to live life before you kind of bring kids.
I want to grind while everybody living a time of their life having the best memories.
Right.
I want to have some great memories too because I'm already in. But I want to be grinding so then when I'm 30 to 40 and they're hate my job and this,
They
I'm living life, like that's gonna be so. That's gonna be the part where I'm just like, yes. Like,
I think that's pretty
Hey,
cool. Realize that right now is the time to get started.
yeah,
Time's
it's
really
the next 10 years, like within these next 10 years, sure, whoever between the age of 18 to really 30 is about.
Yeah, if you start when you're 30, it's still good. You don't start when you're 45. Like,
Yeah. You start at 19 or 40, so 20-year difference, 21-year difference, like for real, like 20 years.
but time's valuable.
But we was talking about stock market. We can get back to the Roth IRA. You could just.
Okay, yeah, my bad. I kind of started talking.
That's gonna learn. They're gonna learn that anyway.
But yeah, Roth IRA, you want. The goal is safe investments or investing in mutual funds or
Is
bonds.
that like the S&P 500?
Yeah, so S&P 500 is.
The stock.
It is a stock. It's a fund with a mix of the Power 500 companies. So
Basically like
Amazon, Apple, Tesla, and the reason that those are the safe bets because
it's 500.
there's 5. So if one falls,
That's 10 of them for.
yeah, the other 490 are there to keep it up. So, but that's why that's the safest investment really for people.
S&P 500 and the Roth IRA.
Yep. So if there was something I would tell people to do is go and open a Roth IRA or a retirement fund. But yeah, no, that's the easiest way to start. And then put money in there. Throw money in there. If you want to just check how much your money would be, compound interest calculator. You can put in. I start off with 500. I add 50 a week at 10%, and then it'll give you a crazy.
Yeah,
It'll
so
give you a crazy number.
basically, so like go on. You can just go on Safari, search Roth IRA calculator, and then put in like annually. It say what you're putting in every year. So say you put in $1,500 a year, and then the start it'll be what you initially put in. So say you initially put in $500, and then it'll say your age. You put in your age now, and then you put your retirement age, which is 59, and then you press calculate, and then you'll see. I mean, then you gotta put the percent of your rate of return.
So, like with the S&P 500, the historical rate of interest since 1920 has been 10%. So if you were to only invest in the S&P 500, you could just put in 10% in your calculator, and the numbers would blow your mind. It would be like 1.8 million.
Yeah, like seriously, if you invested a certain amount when you're 18, by the time you're 59, your savings account, not your regular spending money, your savings account could be up to 900,000, a million, 700,000, just depending on what you're doing. If you're accurate, we just continue to, you feel me,
And
put it in there.
why would you invest instead of keep it in your savings account?
Because the savings account rate of return is not 10%.
It's
like
like
1.
it's a 0.5%, really, like a good.
Yeah, so like when you get the crazy number, I'll just show you all one like right here. I'll just show you.
Yeah, put it up so because it'll really blow your mind. Because your money will start growing slowly, and all of a sudden it'll pick up and it'll double one year, double another year.
So why not? Tell them why not to. Well, it's important to have a savings account, but why you shouldn't just keep your money in the bank over years.
Okay.
30 years.
So yeah, the average inflation is when your money is worth less than it was before. So the average rate of inflation is like 15% a year. So every year your money's worth 15% less than it was before. So if you plug that into the rule of 72, you could do 72 divided by 15, and that would give you how much, instead of how much it would take to double, it would be worth half of what it was. So that's like 4.7 years. So in 4.5 years, basically, your money's going to be, your cash is going to be worth half as much as it was today. So, and then when you see that, it's really a no-brainer. Why would I let my money devaluate?
So like in the bank, if I put in $10,000 a year,
Yeah.
for about 20 years,
It'll be 10,000. You make like $5 off your interest, but it'll essentially be the same amount you put in. Rather, with investing, it's going to grow and grow and grow.
So if I put in 10,000 in the bank, then touch for 20 years, it'd be roughly the same. If you put 10,000 in a stock market in 20 years,
It'll be, we can put up the graph right now, it's probably like a lot more than just the same amount you put in. Which is the goal. You want to grow your money. Make your money work for you. I want to do a lot. Right now, I'm going to college for my accounting degree and financial planning certificate. So I would like to be a financial planner right out of college, and I want to try and get into a big company. But I want to have my own businesses. I want to do my own thing. My goal is really to start a business within this next year. Get my own business during school. I worked at the factory this summer. I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back to the factory. I'm trying
good
to.
money though.
Yeah, true. If you guys want a job, go work in a factory. It's hard work, but you will get paid pretty good.
You get paid to invest that money though. So would you rather have $5 million cash right now, or $20 million cash after you graduate?
Well, probably 20 million, just because it's 3 years. But if you were to say 20 million when I turn like 40,
No.
then
I'm taking the $5 million.
yeah, and I'm working with it, but because it's only 3 years, I'm gonna wait for the 20 million. What would you do? You would pick 5 million?
Well, what would you do with that 20 million? Or just like
Dude, I'd probably get into real estate. I'd buy so much real estate. I totally forgot about that. I want to get into rental properties, man. I want to get into rental properties pretty bad.
remember that video I showed you about
I watched
event spaces instead of the
Yeah.
I watched that interview and it was like that dude was saving so much money having an event space, letting people rent out for parties or events,
Real estate.
rather than a whole crib. They got problems and people not moving in.
Yeah. But yeah, real estate creates like 90% of the millionaires in the USA. It's crazy. So that's definitely a goal of mine to get in there. But if I had that money, I'd probably, what was it, 20 million or 5 million?
It was 5 million now.
I'd probably put away 19.5 million.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. You can put away a whole 19 million. If you have 20 million, I feel like you can at least, you can put in 15, but that 5, well, 1.
But I feel like,
I mean, 1, I'm spending 8 million for sure.
but if you start splurging,
Yeah.
if I start spending my money, I'm gonna get into that lifestyle. I'll just keep pulling money
I'm
out.
splurging on assets.
Facts. But that's what I do with my other money. I mean, I'd be spending that money on assets.
Oh, I thought you meant like, that's like a Roth IRA.
Oh,
You're like,
yeah.
I'm not touching it. I'm like, I don't know.
I'd be buying properties, man. I'd be
Okay.
starting hella businesses. I'd be doing a lot of stuff.
Not gonna lie, I get 20 million, I might spend $1 million on a trip. Just because.
Yeah, facts. Get whatever you wanted as a kid. But 20 million, that's a lot of money. But okay, so I was actually going to ask you this question. My ex-girlfriend, girl I used to mess with a while back, she got bit by a dog when she was a kid. And they sued whoever the family was. And so she gets $30,000 when she turns 18, like this next week, like just in a couple of days. So I was gonna ask her, what would you do if you got 30,000 right now?
30,000 right now.
It's kind of simple.
That is a simple question, but 30,000 right now, because 30,000 is not a lot of money.
No.
That's not.
It sounds like it's a lot to me right now, but it's.
Hey, that's my tuition for a year. So like, wow, that's crazy.
Like that's a tangible number. If you were to win the lottery or something, because I know someone who won $1 million lottery ticket, bro, scratch off here in Major.
$1 million?
$1 million after tax, it was like $650. Yeah, and he like spent it all. And he bought all his cars, and now he's like selling them on Facebook. It's crazy.
You're lying. What's this?
Just he won like a year and a half ago.
He blew $1 million in a year and a half.
He didn't blow a whole million because he did something where he got half of it, and then for the next like 10 years he gets 30,000 a year or something like that.
30,000.
But see, I wouldn't do that. I would take the lump sum. I would go that whole deal. Yeah, I don't want you to hold it like while money depreciates. I want it and let me go.
Well, see, that's financially. He's not financially literate. He just had $1 million. Well, $650,000, and now he's selling the liabilities.
And that brings up another thing, man. The taxes took $350,000 from him.
Yeah, but with 30,000, I'll probably have to split it up in 3 ways. Probably 10, 10, and 10. I say 10 to myself and my brand and my business.
Smart. Yeah.
Now I do 10 to school because I do gotta pay school.
He was student loan, man.
Facts. Then the other 10, I would spread amongst the market. The stock market and cryptocurrency. I would have to spread out, or even maybe with that 10. Nah, I can't say that. That's gonna be off.
Okay.
But the 10, I may do like an space or something. But that would be like another real asset.
If you're not dumb, then giving money to yourself isn't a bad thing. But if you all you want to do is spend money, you'll get 2 new cars and buy a new apartment or something. Yeah, then it's probably not smart.
I'll probably put 10, 10, 10. Because those the 20,000 that's not getting used for school is an asset.
I'm probably putting 20,000 towards it.
The only reason I didn't say that is because 20,000 is that's a lot of additional money. Like I would with these assets,
True.
I make that 20.
I would probably just pay off whatever bill I had right there.
Yeah, for sure. I'll pay some money.
Because when you're in debt, it's so hard to get started because you're always having these bills you gotta pay. It's so hard to get started.
So you were talking about like taxes. What's something a good business owner can do with his taxes, like as a CEO or as a
Small business owner, something.
Yeah.
Write off your taxes. That's probably the one thing that is you need to look into if you're looking to start a business, because you can. So like everyone already drives DoorDash, for example. You can track your miles. A lot of people know about this, but some people don't. You can track your miles, and then
On an app.
Yeah, or on a different app, and then at the end of the year, DoorDash will pay you like 26 cents per mile that you drove for DoorDash. And so that would be writing off your taxes.
Now need the tax return.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but with assets, you want money that's non-taxable. So for example, with real estate, when you're getting rent money, people are paying you rent money, that's not taxed. And that's money that the government isn't having a hand in. You know what I'm saying?
Anything else you need before you get off the number one podcast in the tree? I'm marking my chili weekend, man. Go get y'all some really link in the description as well.
When's some merch coming out? We talked about it earlier, but I mean the viewers want it.
Y'all for sure already got some of y'all bought some. But if y'all keep messing with it, y'all keep getting it, and it's just gonna keep going up. I got the little reflective, the interview is reflective, so even in the dark, take a little flash. I got black and white. Let me know if y'all want red or gray.
So now you're in Atlanta.
Yeah.
How are you making connections? Because that's the most important thing. When you go somewhere, you gotta have connections.
Y'all know I know everybody, so I knew everybody in Michigan. When I got down here in Atlanta, it just blew up. It's like entrepreneurs everywhere, millionaires literally everywhere. All these rappers are millionaires. Like it's crazy. It's just a whole different vibe here in Atlanta. But I just want to just keep going forward. I don't want to stop. Like when you get started, just don't stop. I don't want to stop. I want to just keep going forward. I don't want to go down no more.
You put it in stone right now.
And put it in there. We're going up though, for sure. Well, like I said, if you want to interview, like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my boy Hanson. Check him out on the court too. He really nice. Hey, midi game on KD, for real. Midi game on KD. His handle a little. His handle ain't like mine. But the shot, the body, fade, it's all there. It's all there.
One-on-one games, unstoppable. If anyone wants to play one-on-one.
Me and him had some one-on-ones, some kings, some two. Me and him on 2s or 3s, whoever. We used to dynamic duo for us. Steph, Clay, whatever you want to call it. Did the MJ,
Broadway.
Shaq, Penny Hardaway, Brownway. I
don't know about Shaq, man. You and me are both not. We're not
don't
Shaq.
know. We ain't that. I did.
We shoot
We didn't
elbow
know that.
shots and the three once in a while. We're not done. I might get one here.
I'm like forever athlete for real. That's my twin though.
But yeah, bro, I appreciate you having me on, man.
No, I really appreciate you having me on. Appreciate you coming on here. Like, it's a big episode. Might turn into a financial literacy podcast with them. Never know.
Maybe.
But yeah, like for real. If y'all want to see more of it, let us know.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about doing another good podcast though to listen to. Earn Your Leisure. It's a financial literacy podcast.
Get back with her man, like I was cute, but you can't mix that shit with your bare hands. Might try to use it. How the fuck I'ma cuff you? Know you fuck my mans. You sound stupid, nigga, ain't in the field. Just be rapping about the crimes I'm doing. You know I can't.